Good morning, students. Let's start with the next topic of our chapter, factors and multiples. We will be learning the test of divisibility. What is meant by divisible by? Divisible by means we are dividing any number evenly without leaving any remainder. Okay, here we will be learning how to find out whether a number is divisible by another without actually performing the division. So we will be learning some divisibility rules. Some numbers will be using the look and say method. For example, 2, 4, 8, 5, 10. And in some numbers we will be doing and finding out. They include 3, 9, 7, 11, etc. Let's find out how to do them. Divisibility rule of 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is even. That is, the digit may be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Let's take an example. In 78, the number in the ones place, that is 8, is an even number. So 78 is divisible by 2. Again, 3470. The last digit is 0 and it is divisible by 2. Then we have divisibility rule of 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. For example, 75. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12, which is divisible by 3. So 75 is divisible by 3. In 369, 3 plus 6 plus 9 is 18, which is again divisible by 3. So 369 is divisible by 3. Okay. Next is divisibility rule by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the last two digits are divisible by 4. For example, 1320. Here see the last two digits, which is 20, which is divisible by 4. So 1320 is divisible by 4. 672. Here again 72 is divisible by 4. So 672 is divisible by 4. One more thing we should note, that a number is divisible by 4 if the last two digit is 0. That is, if a number is say 1700, it will be divisible by 4 as we have the last two digits as 0. Is it clear? Next is divisibility rule of 5. Again we have that look and say method. A number is divisible by 5 if the last digit, that is digit at the ones place, is 0 or 5. For example, in 615, see the digit at the ones place is 5, so it is divisible by 5. In 1480, the ones place digit is 0 and hence it is divisible by 5. Now divisibility rule of 6. A number is divisible by 6 when it is divisible by 2 and 3. What it means? It means that the number should be even as well as the sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. For example, 408. See, it's an even number because in ones place we have the digit 8. And moreover, 8 plus 4 is 12. So 408 is divisible by 3. Clear? Next we have divisibility rule for 7. What we have to do? We will be subtracting twice the last digit from the number formed by the remaining digit. For example, is 651 divisible by 7? What is in the ones place? We have 1. So 1 into 2 is 2. So 65. Remaining digits are 65. 65 minus 2 is 63, which is divisible by 7. So 651 is divisible by 7. Okay. Let's take another example, 364. What is the last digit over here? The last digit is 4. So 36 minus 2 into 4. We should be calculating the twice of the last digit. So 36 minus 2 into 4 is equal to 8. So 36 minus 8 is 28, which is divisible by 7. So 364 is divisible by 7. Please go through this properly, right? Now let's understand divisibility test of 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the last three digits are divisible by 8. Let's take some example. 596, 2032 and 12,038. In 596 we have to check the 3 digits. So 596 divided by 8, see, our remainder is not 0, it is 4. So 596 is not divisible by 8. Come to the next example, 2032. Here 032 is divisible by 8. So 2032 is divisible by 8. Is it clear? Next we have 12,328. The last 3 digit 328 is divisible by 8. So 12,328 is divisible by 8. There is one more way. If the last 3 digits of a number are 0, then that number is divisible by 8. For example, 6,000. The digits in ones, tens and 100 place is 0. So 6,000 is divisible by 8. Is it clear? So now we will understand the divisibility rule of 9. A number is divisible by 9 if sum of the digits is divisible by 9. For example, 963. 9 plus 6 plus 3 is 18 and 18 is divisible by 9. So 963 is divisible by 9. Similarly, 5445. 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 18. 18 is divisible by 9. So 5445 is divisible by 9. Is it clear? Isn't it same as the divisibility rule of 3? In 3, the sum of the digit should be divisible by 3, and in 9, the sum of the digit should be divisible by 9. So you will be remembering it in this way. Okay, it will be then easier for you. Next we have is the divisibility rule for 10. A number is divisible by 10 if the digit at the ones place is 0. Here in the example we have 7,630. So the ones place is 0, it ends in a 0. So the number is divisible by 10. Again in 410, the ones place digit is 0. So 410 is divisible by 10. Next we have is divisible by 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sum of its digit at odd places and sum of its digit at even places is either 0 or a number divisible by 11. Let's take an example, 48,32,718. So sum of the digits at odd places, what we have? We have 8, 7, 3 and 4. And sum of the digit at even places, we have 1, 2 and 8. When we subtract these sums, we get 11, which is again divisible by 11. So this number is divisible by 11. Okay. Let's take some more example. Consider a number 7,65,87,853. So sum of the digits in the odd numbered places, it is 25, and sum of the digits in the even number places is 24. So the difference between the two, 25 minus 24, we have 1, which is not divisible by this 11, and so 7,65,87,853 is not divisible by 11. Consider a number 50,49,78,639. Sum of the digits in the odd places is 31 and sum of the digits in even places is 20. So difference is 31 minus 20 is 11. So this number 50,49,78,639 is divisible by 11. Now the next topic is general properties of divisibility. Students, it's a very important to understand it properly. Okay, the first property, property 1, if a number is divisible by another number, it must be divisible by each of the factors of that number. For example, let's take 36. 36 we know is divisible by 12, and all the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. That means 36 is also divisible by all the factors of 12, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. It means that we can conclude that every number which is divisible by 9 is also divisible by 3, and every number which is divisible by 8 is also divisible by 4, as they are the factors of 9 and 8 respectively. Next, come to property 2. If a number is divisible by each of the two co-prime number, I hope you remember this co-prime number. So if a number is divisible by two co-prime number, it must be divisible by their product. For example, 972. It's an even number which is divisible by 2. And again 9 plus 7 plus 2, that is 18. It is divisible by 3. And 2 and 3, they are the co-prime number. So 972 is also divisible by 2 into 3, 6. Right. Remember the divisibility test of 6? That is using this property. Come to the other example. 4320. It is divisible by each one of 5 and 8, right? So this 4320 is also divisible by 40. Again come to 372. We know that 372 is divisible by 4 and 6. That means 4 and 6. It is divisible, but 4 and 6 are not co-prime number. So it doesn't mean that it will be divisible by 24. Clear? Next we have property 3. If a number is a factor of each of the two given numbers, then it must be a factor of the sum. Let's take an example. We know that 5 is a factor of 15 as well as 20. So 5 must be a factor of 35. We know that 5 7 is 35. So this is clearly true. Again, 7 is a factor of each 49 and 63. So 7 must be factor of 49 plus 63, which is 112. If you divide it, or if you use the divisibility test also, we will be seeing that 7 clearly divides 112. Come to property 4. If a number is a factor of each of the two given numbers, then it must be a factor of their difference. Let's take an example. 3 is a factor of each 36 and 24, and 36 minus 24 is 12. So 3 divides 12 also. Right. Again, next example, 13 is a factor of 65 and 117. So 13 must be a factor of 117 minus 65, that is 52, and we know that 13 into 4 is 52. So here comes to the end of today's video. Please go through it properly. It's very important, and if you have any doubt, make sure to ask me. Right? Thank you, students.